Okay, guys, this is a special video for y'all. I'm trying my hands at podcasting. I have an interview with one of the students from the agency navigator community. He's recently dropped out of high school, so we'll see if that's a good idea or a bad idea. This is the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey.
Okay, Justin,
Hello.
introduce yourself and give us some backstory.
Uh, so a little bit of me. My name is Justin. I'm from New York. I'm 16 years old, and I'm a high school dropout. Um, you want me to get into like what I do, like what
I
I
want
work
to
on
get,
as my side hustle?
and I just want a little backstory just for the audience. Give the audience just a short idea of who you are as an individual, like your personality, your habits, and then we'll get into the juicy material that they want to know.
Into the juicy. Okay, so I watch anime. I like anime. I read mangas as well. But I also like mostly reading books. I like reading books. Such as the Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Then there is the Hawk Method by I forgot my man's name again. I know it's the Hawk Method though. And then I also like I'm a big fan of philosophy. I like how the human mind works, but that's a whole different story. But little background of me is that like uh I started I'm a young entrepreneur, right? I started my journey at 14, my freshman year. I
Mhm.
lost the money. I'm sorry, my French, but I lost a ton of money back then. Mindlessly trying to hire contractors to do the work for me. Um, I spent over, well, my parents helped me too, but majority of me was me. Almost $4,000 of um courses, buying courses.
$4,000 in courses, and this is when you were just starting out.
Yeah, around that. Cause I was also a freelancer, but as a freelancer, I was making money out of it as well. And like from the money I got from my birthday, Christmas, or money I work for myself, I mostly instead of using it on me, I used it on like I did use it on me technically, but I used it on courses. I never used it on
Self-development,
yeah,
investing in yourself. If you bought the right courses, that is.
if I bought the right. And see, that's the thing is just like I was just whatever courses in my trajectory, I was just buying, and from that, I was using the intel, and then growing as of where I'm in today, where I am at today, and got to this.
Okay. So let's just cut to the chase. Why did you decide to drop out of high school?
That's a good question. So I figured high school was not for me. It's gotten to the point where since I'm a very distracted person, I know I get distracted easily. Um, and high school for me was just another distraction because I was also like since I was focusing on this trying to build my business from freelancing to agency. I tried to do this for 3 years, but it's never gotten to the point where like I'm actually reaching out or like actually talking to other agency owners and millionaires as well, like Puya Hadiri. He was one of the guys I talked to. I got on a call with him, and
Wait, and this guy is a millionaire?
yeah, Puya Hadiri. You could search him up on Instagram. But he was like one of the,
And how did you get that's curious for our audience out there who might be curious how to connect with these high value individuals. How did you get on a call with this millionaire?
well, it's really mostly outreaching. It's like you have to it's like you have to outreach to potential like millionaires. Like you have to like reach out to them. That could be through Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Tumblr. If they have Tumblr, if they have Tumblr. But like out of like of the 100 that you try to reach out to, one or two are gonna respond. And basically, it was out of luck because I like to say I like Iman says, or one of my mentors. There's luck also is involved when whatever you do. And yeah, it was just one of those luck moments where like I struck a call with him. Though of course, he was also promoting his courses, so I was like, okay,
Okay.
that
So I just wanted just a quick question about that. So, like you were saying that you were talking to these millionaires, that's people who are already doing stuff in entrepreneurship. So it was all like, oh, I'm getting distracted by high school. It's not going to get me where I want to go. So you basically decided, it was for me, I'm going to drop out.
No, so the reason why I dropped out of high school wasn't because outreaching to people to talk to and like to network. That's not the main reason I dropped out. I dropped out because I know I wanted to focus on my agency, and I also, since right now I'm in the process of building courses for high school students my age, and like from the money I wasted when I was like young, I want to, like, I have so much info that I want to share that message to other young entrepreneurs my age right now. So yeah, so that's right now. What I'm working on is creating a course for those teenagers. That could be for high school dropouts, college dropouts, or possibly adults. My goal is to target them with modern day stuff. That's why I named my course Modern Day Alchemist.
Question,
And
question.
it's on the
You
progress.
did say you wanted to share the information with others and you have a course. So is this course free or what?
No, that okay. So I'm also like, because I have to keep in mind that like the value I'm giving you, it's giving my potential clients, the people that I want to buy. I want them to get the course at an affordable price. And I know it's a because what I'm charging right now is $497, but the value I'm giving them is over $4,000. It's a really heavy bargain. And right now is the money that I will get is I'm going to use to better my setup, to better teach people that are learning from me. Because what matters is how I'm presenting my work, right? So that's why I want to, that point. That's why I'm charging. I'm not charging because, well, partially, I mean, I also want the money. I'm not going to be, I'm not going to jump.
Okay, we won't go into the ethics of courses and all that stuff. We'll leave that talk for another time. But I want to get to the point, I want my audience to know that you dropped out of high school
Yes.
and so far you're making no money from your business at
Mm.
the moment. Is that true?
Not from the lead gen agency, no.
Okay, so your other business, I'm guessing this is the course that you mentioned. You're making money from that right now?
So right now it's getting pre-approved by my mentors. They have to pre-approve my courses, though it's because I recently like right now I had to edit it, and I recently turned it in like around this afternoon, like around 1. And once that's pre-approved, it's they'll help me run ads for it because I'm also paying them to do that for me. But for there, uh, I'm expecting I'm expecting
No,
is a
no,
little.
no.
It's
No, no, no. We don't want expectation. I just wanted to know. So you said it was an pre-approval process. And so that means you're not making money from it right now, correct? Okay,
correct.
so for my audience out there, you dropped out of high school, you want to be an entrepreneur, but you're not making money yet.
Mm.
Now, we're going to get, no, we're going to talk about that now because we don't want to chop things up. Now, for the average individual, because I'm sure you're familiar, you're in the entrepreneurship space and stuff like that, that there's different talks about dropping out of high school and how college is not going to make you rich and college is a scam and stuff like that. Now, to someone who is considering dropping out of high school, would you advise them to wait until they're making money first or do what you're doing and just
Mm.
drop out after you have a plan or direction or you're putting things in work? How would you advise someone?
So like I said, my process of this has been over 3 years, like my freshman year, and I was making money on freshman year over the years of that prior. I've been doing this as freelance. because I only use the summer to do that. However, because I only use the summer to gain clients, I wasn't able to keep retention because I knew I wasn't going to be able to work with them once I enter high school, right? So, uh, is that now, since I'm not freelancing anymore, I transformed that into an agency. I plan to work like put my attention full flex on my clients, and also like produce work that I'm proud of, because I'm not gonna produce work that is gonna be, pardon my French again, half-assed, right? But if for those who are looking to drop out of college, drop out of high school, I advise you first. I know it's pretty hypocritical, but like find your motive, right? Find your purpose, and also learn what it means to make a bold decision, right? Because for me, dropping out of high school was a bold decision because it left me with no other choice but to focus on this now. Because now I know this is the one thing that I want to put my head to. A decision is only a decision once you drop out every other aspect and you focus on that one thing. And that, for me, that was my purpose, because not only did I last it for 3 years, but like I want to decide. I want to make my decision now that I want to focus on this and this alone. And I know high school and college is like having a GD. I understand, but like my goal is to work for myself. I know it's gonna be pretty heavy, but working for myself, like, and being flexible with my own schedule was always my goal. And if in my case, in my view, high school was just a distraction. And I know it's gonna be pretty um it could be, and to get it could get really conflicting, that thought, but that's how I view it. And if you want to drop out of high school or college, make sure to do it with the reason. You know, if let's say if you just recently started thinking of doing a clothing brand in a span less than a year or less than 2 years, no, matter of fact, less than a year.
Okay, let me sum it up for my audience. Basically, if you're considering dropping out of high school, you need to have a reason, you have a motive. This is not something to take lightly. You said yourself in the past that you do have a track record. You're able to get clients, you're able to do the work. You just didn't go all in because school year was coming up, basically.
Yeah, basically consistency is what I was trying to get at. Just being consistent.
Okay. Now for my viewers, tell us about the process. How was that? Because I don't know. I didn't drop out of high school. I don't know how to go about dropping out of high school. What was that process like?
Just don't go to school. It's just literally that. I mean, you also gotta chat with the people at school, the main office, and all that stuff, right? But like, it's just like, for me, in my case, I at first I emailed the school, tell them I'm not going, then I'm not going to school. That's really it. That's all I did.
This sounds, because I know there's a thing called truancy and stuff like that. I thought whenever you drop out of school, you would have to do like a formal process. You have to talk to your parents and stuff like that. Are you worried about like truancy or
Oh,
something? I thought. So what's going on there?
oh, okay. So my parents, of course. I mean, my parents, especially my dad, he knows like the stuff I've done to get to this level. So like he understands. My mom is of course worried. It's just like, yeah, this is gonna be worry. But if you don't sit down and talk to your parents, and if they haven't seen you put the effort, then of course they're not gonna go. If they see you putting the effort, that's gonna decide how they're gonna go on with your decision. Basically, you know what I mean?
Okay, I
That's
was
really
gonna
it. It's
get
like
into
you.
that point next, but for the process, I just want to make sure the thing that you went through is that all official. You can just send or it might be different in different locations because I know that you're in New York. For all of my viewers who have reached this far, he's in New York. So in New York, how it works, you can just send them an email and then just stop showing up. Is it that easy?
I don't know. I don't know. I know there's other process, but like it's for right now, I'm considered a high school dropout. But I know there may be a lengthy process I'm not aware of. But yeah, that's
Okay, viewers, make sure to research this process for your state, your school district. just don't stop showing up because there might be truancy and we don't want to get you in trouble with the law. Now, you were talking about your parents and then how your dad knows what you did and the work that you're able to do. Your mother's worried. I want to get into that more. What is your family dynamic like? Because you said in the past that one of your mentors is Iman. For the people out there who don't know, Iman is basically in the SMA space. He dropped out of high school at the age of 17. He has about over 1 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. We're basically both invested in this course for social media marketing, stuff like that. So in Iman's case, his mother, he got into a big fight with his mother and stuff, and it was tense even after he decided to drop out of high school and stuff like that. There was a tense family situation. So how would you describe your family dynamic before
Uh,
and after your dropout?
so it's really emotional, but I'm gonna just give a quick sum up. It's basically like when someone special cries in front of you for not having the money to buy themselves stuff, it really touches you. And that's one thing I wanted to get deeper in my I don't want to sound like I'm promoting my course, but like it's something I want to just deeper in the mindset. It's just like when you have a click, a click in your life, when there's this critical situation that happens to you, that's when you switch up how you think, because I was like I said, I was never um consistent with this whole freelancing agency stuff because I never took it seriously. And when that click happened to me, where like someone special in my life crying in front of me for not having the money to buy themselves something, to reward themselves in something, even though they work extremely hard, it's just like it hits you different. And what really separates people is how you gonna take in that situation. Are you gonna that switch and become a man, or like do something for them? Like if you don't have if you don't have a someone to save in your life, or you don't have a journey, if you don't have a battle to face, it's like you guys are not ready. I'm sorry, but it's you can't always be selfish with your goals. You gotta know who you want to do it for. You can't always do it for yourself, right? And then that's another thing I want to touch base on. It's just that click. I mean that click, and that click happened to me. I could have stayed and not do anything, but I decided to switch, and that's when I decided to be consistent in what I'm doing, and that lets me to where I'm at now. Quick little summary.
Okay, that was a nice summary. Now, the next question is, what are your current projects / ventures? I know you're working on your course, but I also mentioned the SMMA, like how's that going? What other ventures do you have in the works?
So I have my courses that I'm coming up with. The course is called Modern Day Alchemist. It was a term coined by none of myself, Iman, but I kind of
So
borrowed it.
you ripped it out.
No. What he called it was alchemist. I just put in the modern day part. Okay, so
I'm pretty sure you have modern day in there, but that doesn't matter because he doesn't have his agency right now. For all the viewers out there, he was gonna rebrand his agency to Modern Day Alchemist. Just a little backstory, but he doesn't have his agency anymore. So I'm gonna say he's good. Y'all can say in the comments what y'all think. But go on.
yeah, so I use the alchemist because it really coined into like modern day stuff, and how is there's more small businesses, and then like people going to 9 to 5s it's for high schoolers my age, for people my age, is not a thought anymore, because many want to be their own thing, clothing brand owners, artists, business owners. Like it's like the modern day era is changing. So that's what I coined the term modern day alchemist. I put it that way. And in the course that. Then another thing I'm working on is something called Conquered Alchemy, which uh it's basically a lead generation agency for real estate for realtors, and I'm trying to automate like systems for them. At the moment, that's one of the projects I'm working. Well, two, yeah. So modern day alchemist and Conquered Alchemy, and yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Oh yeah, I mean the lead generation stuff is like through Facebook, Google Ads, but instead of doing it myself, I'm trying to like automate that system through a website. More in touch with that later. It's a whole I could last a whole day with it. But yeah.
Okay, my last question is this. I know you're young, you're in high school, and one of the important things, there could be clubs, organizations, friends. This is what I want to get into. How does it, what's it like? You dropped out of high school, and it's kind of like, even though you might be in contact with those friends, you're not spending as much time with them. Like, have you completely like cut that part of your life out so you can focus on the entrepreneurship? Or is it like you keep in touch with them every now and then? Please tell us more about that.
Okay, so about like I was the type of kid I don't really hang out with people. Like if you see me at school, I'm like the quiet kid. I sit in the back of the class, or like if there's lunch, I go in the isolated room. Like and with the friends, I know how to select my type of friends, because if you meet my type of friends, I only have three. I think four. Never mind, my bad. Four, and like those, I'm selective. I'm incredibly selective with my friends. Like one of them is going to Stream University, Penn. Another one is becoming an artist in the making. Another one is a soccer player. And it's like I know I choose my friends based on the desires to be something, to be someone. Because it's you have to surround yourself with people who have the same desires as you to become what they want to become in the future. Like if they see what they want to become, and they're constantly pushing themselves to get towards that goal, to that end goal, to go through that journey. I'm really like in the absence of friends, I'm selective of that. And if we do hang out, we hang out on a specific day. Like let's say Friday. Fridays for us. We go out on Fridays. But for other than that, we go on with our normal lives, because we know we have a goal to pursue, and we understand that. That's what we talk to each other. It's important to talk to your friends about this. And if they don't understand, then those are not your true friends, because they have to boundaries. Another thing, boundaries, right? They have to understand your boundaries, and you have to understand theirs. And if once you have that mutual connection, it's just like you know, that's how I set up friends. And the school, yeah, school. I'm just like I'm the quiet kid, even though I was the class clown. I was a class clown back in my
What,
days,
you were the
but
quiet
now I'm
kid,
more of the
but you
quiet
were
kid.
the class clown. These seems like mutually exclusive things.
Yeah, and by class clown, I mean like freshman, sophomore year, where like I just entered freshly from middle school. In my middle schools, I was extremely dumb, and then for my freshman year was really an eye opener for me, because my freshman year was I got my heart broken. Let's just say that. And from that one thing, it's really that's another click. It's that one thing that happens to you. You could instantly go from a class clown to like, oh, okay, so I gotta switch up my game now. That's when the whole like business thing came up to my head, and I started doing my freelancing work, hiring contractors. But yeah, it's just like, but it's like when you grow up, the the class clown mantra. I don't know if mantra is the right word, but like class clown mindset that you had, it slowly fades away. It's like once I was growing up, it's just like I started to detach myself from people, because I knew I was relying on them too much, on how they think of me instead of how I think of myself. And once I stopped thinking of how they think of me, that's how I bettered myself. And knowing that being alone isn't really that bad. It's okay to be alone. There's many
Mhm.
people out there that are scared of, but they don't understand how being alone sometimes help go help make you go through a self-actualization and better yourself. So yeah, that's basically how transformative it was for me.
Okay. Before we end up, do you have any last comments for the viewers? Any thoughts, any recommendations, something, a little piece of advice you could give the viewers?
I could give a ton of advice, but a piece of advice I have is it's about the journey, about the goal. I mean, not about the end result. It's about the journey. It's consistency as well. If you're consistent with what you want, you'll eventually get it. It's just a matter of time. But if you don't keep up with your goal and you give up at first steep, then you will never you never get anywhere. It's like learn how to be the bridge for people. Learn from your mistakes and learn how you can help others not go through the same mistakes you have. Be the bridge for them. That's really it for me.
Seems like generic advice, but we'll take it. Hopefully, next time we talk, you'll give us more unique advice because we want to be unique over here. But everyone, thank you for watching, and we will come back to Justin in about 6 months to a year. If he hasn't done anything in a year, then it's basically lost cause. But
It's lost.
6 months to a year is the long range. 6 months we want to see results, so we'll get an update for Justin in the future. Thanks for watching.